This is the first video in a new series where we're going to look at bit-related research. This will be quite a high-level overview, but I will link the full article in the comments if you want to read more. So let's get into it. We're going to start with a study done in Finland, published in 2021, where the researchers looked at bit-related lesions in the mouths of event horses following completion of the cross-country phase at an event where the horses had done a dressage and show jumping round the day before. They documented the mouths of 208 horses over 8 events in 3 different locations. It was completely voluntary as to whether the rider allowed the researchers to look into the mouth, and some riders, about 5% of those approached, did decline. The mouths were examined by a vet, verified by an assistant, and then photographed, most with the bridle still on. So what did they find? 52%, so over half the horses examined, had some form of lesion in their mouth, with about 31% having moderate or severe lesion, with the most frequently affected area to be the corners of the mouth, followed by the bars, and the most common damage type to be bruising. Bear in mind that the researchers had no control over the type of bit being used or how it was being used, and that they couldn't say for sure it was from the cross-country just completed, but they did find some common risk factors. Firstly, that the bit was too thin or too thick in the mouth. We've discussed bit thickness in relation to severity before in previous videos, so this one perhaps isn't too surprising. They found that horses had more lesions than ponies. This could be potentially due to ponies being ridden by people who perhaps aren't as strong, usually children, and horses generally being physically stronger, and so more pressure is put down through the bit onto the mouth by either a stronger hand or a stronger bit. Interestingly, they also found that mares had a higher risk of more severe injuries than the geldings. It's not really known why, there's no obvious anatomical reason as to why, so definitely something to explore further. The researchers suggested it could be due to differences in horse handling, education level, pain sensation, anxiousness or excitability, as well as gender stereotypes that may mean that pain-related behaviours in mares are often just ignored. They also found that bar lesions were the most common with unjointed bits. About 2/3 of those with lesions were from ported bits and the rest were non-ported. Similar studies have been done across different disciplines, and the rate of bit-related lesions were higher in trotting horses, in racehorses and in polo ponies. I don't want this to become a bit versus no bit debate. I think we can use studies like this to help inform what bits we use with our horses and how we use them. Also, the importance of regularly checking in your horse's mouth. They're very good at hiding pain, so as their advocates, checking inside their mouth frequently is a good habit to get into, and it only takes a few seconds and a headlamp. If you found this video interesting, then please leave a like or comment, and consider checking out bitmechanicsonline.com, where we have videos of the mechanics of lots and lots of different bits.